Okay, this is where the old road makes a turn to the left here, about a 90-degree turn. And then this is where you come down from the meadow. And I think this is what lines up with the hillshade map. So there might have been a road up here a long time ago. It might just be an erosion gully too. You can see right here, there's a gully coming down. Yeah, not passing through there. There's this big tree, and then right past it is more brush. So yeah, I just came back down the old road, then hooked up and followed my track over here. So I think what I'm going to do, I did this a couple of weeks ago, is swing out around here and follow the meadow down and see if I can get back to where this road, it makes a right turn and heads off that direction. And then I need to fire up my hillshade map, and then I can see if I'm getting close to that road. Oh, there's one of my turkey vultures. I don't know if you can see it up there. He kind of flew by. There was a turkey vulture went through. I saw 3 of them down while I was coming up the hill. And then there was also one hawk. And then there was another bird that was flying over, big like a turkey vulture, but it had lighter colored wings. So yeah, they like flying out here. I guess there's a lot of updrafts coming off of the canyon walls. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there they are. It's probably the same 3 guys. Yeah, right up. There's one. Yeah, there's 2. 3. Yeah, it's probably those same 3. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to swing out over here and see if I can get down to the continuation of this road here. Okay, yeah, this is really neat down here. There's a whole flat area at the bottom of the meadow. And I think the old road is probably right through here. It's really faint on the hillshade map, but you can see there's a bit of a road cut there, and then it's flat and kind of heads off that direction. And then it's kind of clear here, and not much more than 100 feet in that direction is the edge of that slide. So I think I might have to go take a look at that, see if I can get down close to it. This is really, really neat. Yeah, there probably was some buildings up here someplace. So there's a bench here, then you've got that really steep meadow, and then there's a bench on top. So yeah, I might have to come back and just spend some time poking around on this whole area. I figured it might be impassable. Yeah, so there's an old steel pull tab can. I found one up at the makeshift watering trough when I came through last week too. So that's probably back from the 60s, early 60s or so. I was not expecting this to be that open. Look at this. Bunch of big old trees up here. Really neat. Considering just the other side of the meadow, it's just chock full of all sorts of brush. You can't even move around. And down here, it's like a park. Here's an old beer bottle. That's an old timer. Lucky premium beer. Oh, and another can. Yeah, there's the whole can. Yeah. Lift tab. Yeah, they're all rusted. You can't tell what it was. Oh, and yeah, somebody must have had a party up here. Use a punch on that one, and then yeah, all sorts of old stuff up here. Huh. Yeah, somebody must have had a picnic or something up here at some point. So yeah, I'm going to keep headed that way. I got to just follow the pointer on my hillshade map until I get to that top of the slide and see what it looks like. Okay, yeah, just made my way down through the trees here, and wow, look at this. Figured I'd start the camera here because right there is a massive drop off, Now, it's going to be a little windy, so I probably won't be able to say anything on the camera, but this is probably an epic view right here. Wow, look at that. Holy crap. Wow. Jeez. That's that big gully that shows up. Wow. Massive drop. Yeah, I've been wanting to get up here ever since I saw this from down below. Holy cow, look at that thing. Yeah, it's probably a good 400 feet straight down vertical to the canyon. Yeah, you've got a little bit of rock down there, little rock outcrop. That is pretty neat. Yeah, I may have to come up here and just kind of crisscross this whole clear area down here. Yeah, I found that there's an old Coke bottle up there. All those couple of beer bottles, beer cans. Probably when the road was passable, you could either drive up the ridge road up to here, or you could drive up the other road where the wrecked cars are, because the road is just right up there. You could drive right up here, and then I imagine people came down here on a Friday or Saturday night with their beer and chips and whatnot and had a party. Yeah, this was probably a big hangout spot back in like the 60s. Yeah, you could just drive right up here and then walk down here about 100 feet. And this is your view. Got a few minutes, I've got to head back. So wow, I might take a few still photos here. But yeah, this is really neat. This is like a park. Yeah, it's just so clear under the trees. That's amazing. I'm sure there was a building site down here someplace. That's why I want to maybe come down here and just sort of go up to the grass, come back down, just sort of crisscross this whole area. My vultures are flying right overhead. I don't know if you can see them up there. Oh wow, look at that. There's 3, 4. Look at those guys. You see them up there? Yeah, there must be quite an updraft off of this slide here. Yeah, look at that. They're just right overhead. And look at all those guys. Wow. There's a whole flock of them. Yeah, and look over here. It's like a fence post. Yeah, probably a post of some sort. Yeah, might be a building site around here. You got that post. Look at all those birds up there. Big guys. Wow. Yeah, they're probably checking me out for dinner. Okay, I think that's the best view in the whole canyon right here. So anyway, I'm going to go down and snap a few photos, and then I've got to get out of here. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that view and all the turkey vultures circling here. Yeah, look at that guy right there. Yeah, there must be a really nice updraft here because the wind is blowing up the slope here. Very good. Yeah, there is the $1 million view right there. I hope you enjoyed that look from the top of the landslide. As always, thanks for watching.